All right. Well, welcome, you guys. My name is Denise Walsh, Black Diamond Leader with It Works. I've been on this journey for 10 years. Can you believe it? Time flies when you're having fun, and I am super excited about tonight's call. So thank you so much for plugging in and just carving out an hour of your day to be poured into. I think they always say motivation, just like bathing, has to be done daily. And when it's when you choose to plug in, you choose to engage, you choose to be a part of things that that you will learn and grow. So tonight we are going to do something a little bit different. Tonight's call is going to be about basically like sales training, marketing training. How do we pull people into conversation rather than push them away? And so I have, people are calling me because they think that's, hello? Are you trying to get on the Zoom? Yes. I didn't mean to answer that. Sorry, guys. So anyway, we're going to talk about just some tips and tricks of the trade. We like to say that we are not selling or sharing. We're just really telling people our testimony or telling people our story. But I do know that when you're good at what you do, as they say, you can sell ice to an Eskimo. And there's a lot of reasons behind it. So I want to introduce to you guys Robin Sanchez. She is let me unmute you. There you go. You're good. She is a diamond leader with us, has been with us for not even 3 months yet, has a lot of experience in the industry, but then also even currently is working with Estee Lauder, and her role with them is to kind of build teams and help the sales team and train the sales force and things. And so I've had the privilege of working with her over the past few months and have loved the way that she coaches her It Works team, because it's very similar, yet we make a lot more money. So she's going to share with us all some of her experience and then wisdom, not only in the industry, but then also with her current job. So Robin, before we get started with the nitty gritty of the how-tos, tell us a little bit about your story.
About me? I couldn't hear you.
Yep, about you.
Okay. Well, I have 9 kids tattooed across my forehead because that's how everybody remembers who I am. That's that crazy lady with the 9 kids. I am married, and yes, I have 9 children, and I have 4 grandchildren, and they're my why. That's why I do what I do. Yeah.
Awesome. And so what was it, 13 years ago now when you first got started in the industry?
Yeah, it was 04. Yep. So it was March of 04. I was a stay-at-home mom / I worked a couple of nights, 2 nights a week in a local steakhouse to make some milk money and get some adult conversation. We had all 9 of our children and my husband and I living in a 3-bedroom duplex. And someone I was working with introduced me to a company. And I was that kind of person that said, oh, don't ask me to have a party. I don't want to do that kind of thing. And then as I became friends with her and she was talking to me, I found myself going, I might be interested in doing that. And if I'll say yes to that, anybody would say yes to that. So I kind of got started in the industry. It changed our lives. Within a year, I was able to double what my husband was making at 2 jobs. He made a great salary where he worked, and then he also is a musician. So he plays in a band on weekends, and we always tag teamed everything with all of our kids. He saw a vision of this industry even before I did. With all those little children at home at the time, and a national convention was coming up, and I thought, A, we could never afford for me to go, and B, there's no way he can handle taking care of all those kids while I go away for a weekend without me, right? And he kept hearing like my team and people calling about, are you going to Dallas? Are you going to this national convention? And I'm like, no. And he kept saying, what are they talking about? And I told him, he said, Robin, you have to go. If there's a way we can just figure it out, you have to go. He said, because that is where they create the vision for what's possible, and they truly train you on what you can do. Thank God for that, because he has been my biggest supporter, and he is the wind beneath my wings. And then we ended up partnering. I was with that company for 7 years, top income earner. It was the top level in the state of Michigan. And then we went to a health and wellness company and got really excited and passionate about health and wellness and built that company together. We were the fastest to go ambassador, which is equivalent to the ambassador in It Works. We went ambassador in 135 days. And that was 5 days less than one other couple. So, we missed it by 5 days of being the fastest. Darn, right? And we loved that company. We were with them for several years, and then some things just, happened internally with the company, and we found ourselves just kind of bowing out and walking away. And I got a corporate position, which is where I am today. I was recruited by Estee Lauder to actually help build their sales force and help train and grow and develop leaders at their counters for a local retailer. And I travel all around the state of Michigan. Michigan is my territory. And so that's what I do now. Yeah.
So isn't that interesting? Her role is to train a sales force, train up leaders all over the state. And I'm like, that's what we do. Our job is to train and coach and mentor and help people be successful. And right now she's doing it with Estee Lauder, and she's able to bring those skills into It Works. And she always says she got the Estee Lauder job because of the skill set she developed in this industry. So
truly.
Tell us a little bit about, when you're coaching your team at Estee Lauder or even your It Works team, tell us some of the first things you share with them. Like, how do you draw people into your conversation?
So, we talk about mindset a lot, because whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right either way, because it's always the 6 inches between our ears on what is possible. So we talk a lot about mindset, but as far as like skill set and training, we talk a lot about there's so many facets to quote unquote selling. And I think I'll start out with just by saying, everybody always says, I'm not a salesperson, right? You hear it all the time. You probably said it to your recruiter at some point before you came into the company. I'm not a salesperson. But honestly, we all are salespeople. We sell to our children all the time. You really need to eat this broccoli because blah, 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 right? We are selling to our spouse. You really should let me get this, go shopping and get this thing because of this. We're sharing the story of why it would be, because we're so excited about something. So really, what I tell people is you've got to get your own testimony of the product, because I feel like that makes you more of it makes you more of a salesperson, a genuine salesperson, rather than a pushy, like, salesperson that doesn't know anything, right? And sounding salesy. The art to selling is just be normal, just be genuine, just have normal conversation. Treat people like they're your friends. When someone comes over, your neighbor comes over to your house, and they come to the door and they're coming over to borrow a cup of sugar, you don't say, well, hi, how can I help you today? We train people that, we treat them like our friend and our neighbor. Say a friend comes over, hey, how are you? Well, how you been? Well, come on in. We treat them, we welcome them, we're warm, we're friendly. Come on in. You want a cup of coffee? Come on in. And then it's like, oh, you came over for something. After you've asked, how are the kids? How is everything? It's really about just being normal. So that's probably the first and foremost. The more girlfriendy and the more normal you can be, the less it comes across threatening and pushy. So we do that a lot. We teach that. We actually teach 5 E's, and we teach engagement is one of the first things you do. You engage in conversation before you even go into your quote unquote pitch.
Awesome. I'm going to add to that, because that's one of the first things I learned when I was doing this. I was trying to be, because, we were like, hold on, let me get customer service. Customer service, hi, let me get shipping. Oh, that's me. I was everything. So I was trying to be that uber professional because I wanted people to take us seriously. So when I answered the call, I said, hi, this is Denise with It Works. How may I help you? And I'm trying to be professional because I want you to take me seriously. And Brandon was like, dude, just be a good friend. Just be a good friend. And so what he coached me to do is he would say, tell them what you're doing right now. So I'd be like, hey, I'm just at the park with my kids. What's going on with you? Or, hey, I'm driving to go pick up my kids from school. Or, hey, I'm doing this. Or, hey, I'm in the, so I got in the habit of, number one, the mindset, like Robin mentioned, the mindset of this is my friend. Because if you sign them up and they're working, they are going to be your best friend. Like we talk to our working distributors all the time. So you might as well start when they're prospects. So when you go in with that mindset, and then I started just doing exactly what Robin said, just being normal and like saying what I was doing and asking what they were doing, and it absolutely warmed the whole conversation up. And because they trusted me and they liked me and they felt like I was someone that could want to hang around, I had more signups too. So go ahead. I agree. Exclamation point.
Go. That's good. What's your next question? You had questions.
Oh no, you said you had 5 E's. I want to know them all.
Oh, you want to know the 5 E's? Okay. Well, we do a lot from social media, so some of the 5 E's might not be.
Hold on a second. There's a lot of everyone, and then I'll unmute you. There we go. I don't know what that was. Go ahead, Robin.
No problem. So, some of the 5 E's might not necessarily be like equate to what we do, but you still come across that friendly way. So the 5 E's are energetic hello, which people tell me all the time. I send them messages like I speak. I've got several exclamation marks. I'm like, hey, and people can hear my energy through. Through my text. So I guess it could relate. So energetic hello, ear to ear smile, eye contact, engage in conversation, and then establish service. So in our setting, at Estee Lauder, we have customers that come to the counter, right? We have sales goals every single day. My teams have sales goals and they break them down by beauty advisor and counter managers. Each one, no matter how, depending on how many hours they work, they have sales goals. And then we have sales goals we need to meet by day. It's actually like annual sales goals that are then broken down into monthly sales goals that are then broken down into weekly, then daily, then broken down into the team. So that is how we do it. So every day when someone comes into work, they have a sales goal to meet. And there are different ways that they are required to ensure that sales goal happens. So let me speak about like what I started to say about the ones who come directly to them. So you think, I started in this industry, right? I started in this industry first and then went to, like a corporate position in this setting. And there isn't a part of you, I'm sorry, I have a house full of teenagers, so they're all coming in the room. So bear with me. But, you tend to think, oh, well, it's easier. People are coming to you. It's really, truly not any easier. You still have to build the relationship. You still have to establish that relationship and that energy. And there's still, a science to it or an art to it, So it isn't any easier. And here's the thing, they have sales goals. And most of the time in retail as we know it today, people are buying online all the time. So, sidebar, what we're doing here with It Works is like job security. Because what we do is we sell online for the most part. I mean, yes, we do home parties. We try all different facets to get customers and to get distributors. But at the end of the day, we have a website that we go, enter in information and it ships directly to our customers and our distributors. That is huge because that is the wave of the future. It's happening right now. Stores and companies are closing their doors left and right. So that's just a sidebar to this. And my teams are feeling that. They are feeling the struggle of how online is affecting their daily business. And so they not only have to roll out the red carpet. I'm constantly coaching my teams to really roll out the red carpet with the customers who do come, because if they're going to get away from their computer and in their car and they're going to come into the store, we have to really wine them and dine them, if you will, and roll out the red carpet and make it something special as to why they can't, make it worth their while for coming in. Because today's society, I mean, we can order groceries and have them delivered to our door, right? So we have to do, if they're coming out to be around people, we need to make sure that we're doing something more. But I will tell you, we're not making the day and making those sales goals by the traffic that's coming into the store these days. So then I'm also coaching, how do you get business when you don't have the people walking up, right? So we teach outsourcing. How do you outsource? Who can you network with? Other stores, do little Estee Lauder, events where you offer the makeup, things like that, makeovers. We offer, we teach them doing expos. It's a little bit challenging because it's a corporate, so they are they're held to whether the corporate, their store can pay for the booth or whatever. But we do teach them those things. They have to get on the phone and make phone calls. And what's the other way? Just building the sale, building the relationship and offering more to the customer. We teach them how to link and build to other products, and them having their own knowledge and testimony of the products helps them to, oh, you've got to see this and you've got to see that,
So one question I have, the chat was blowing up saying, okay, what are the 5 things? What are the 5?
Sorry, I'm not paying attention. I'm
so
sorry.
We've got them though. It's energetic hello, ear-to-ear
Yep.
smile, eye contact, engaging conversation, establish service.
Yes.
Correct? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
So
And
with
then-
how that works to our business is like this. I've always taught my network marketing, my direct selling forces to put a mirror in front of you, walk around, create energy, because energy can be heard through the voice when you're on the phone, right? When you're smiling, it comes through different, like people, you can hear someone smiling over the phone.
Mhm.
It just creates energy. But I always say motion creates emotion. So as you're walking around, you're going to do some jumping jacks before you make a call to somebody because you sound excited. People are attracted to people who are excited. They want to be around that. And that can be translated through messages, texts. It can be translated through phone. But there's so
voice
many ways
messages
to
have
still do
changed
that.
everything.
What's that?
Voice messages have given us an easy way to
Exactly.
do that, for sure.
Exactly. It's a game changer. Energy is really, really important. That's why energetic hello is, they don't just say hello, just say hi and smile. It's like, hi, how are you? We're so excited you're here,
Well, and you
Makes
think
a
about
difference.
it, how many times have you answered a phone? I mean, I remember calling distributors and they'd be like, hi. And I think, hi, are you bothered that I called you?
Right.
You answer the phone like that when it's a lead or a guest or one of your distributors, because you want that warm and fuzzy. And I mean, we all know what it's like to be busy and be like, hey, what's going on? I need, but at the end of the day, when we're intentionally even just answering the phone with that warm hug, I think it really does make a difference and it separates us from the pack.
People want recognition. Everybody wants recognition. They say, what's the phrase? Babies cry for it, grown men die for it. It is so true. So if you can make people feel like they're the most important person that's in front of you, be fully present and be there, just treat them like they're the most important person that you're talking to in the moment. It will take you huge strides. It doesn't, and I always tell my teams in any facet where I'm coaching, it's people don't remember what you say always. They more remember how you made them feel. And that is true, especially women, right? We're moved by emotion. So if you can, do more than just speak, but you can get products on people, create excitement, make them feel important. It doesn't matter if you don't know anything about the products that you're selling. They're just going to go, I like her. Ask questions about them. Talk about them, not yourself. Because people love to talk about themselves, and you make them feel important when you let them talk about what's going on in their lives. And then they're walking away like, I don't know, I really like that person. They don't know why. They just did. That's because you let them talk about themselves. It's true. So any way you can create some type of form of recognition and make them feel special, it will go a long, long way.
And I know that, we're talking about the phone call, but think about your parties, think
Right.
about your messages, think about the way that you just are. Like, because when you are energetic and you are passionate and you are excited and you are like, that's going to come through no matter what you're doing. And if you're not currently feeling that, I love what Robin said, like, get up, move around, go for a run, listen to music. Like, I Have the Tiger on the way to the party. Like, you can impact the way you feel by what you do. As she said, motion creates emotion. So we don't just sit around and wait to feel better, because that doesn't work. We create that energy within ourselves intentionally.
Right.
And then the other thing she said, okay, so we've got the space where you're with your client, you're that warm, friendly, you're a good friend, essentially. And introverts can do that, extroverts can do that. You don't have to be loud and obnoxious. You're just being kind, right? And interested in what they're doing. But she also said, even retailers have to figure out ways to meet new people. I mean, really, let's think about this. People are not watching commercials anymore.
Nope.
They don't even have cable. Like, Netflix is the thing where you just binge watch your whole series on a weekend, right? We're not watching commercials. We're not reading the newspaper. We're getting our news from Facebook. We are like, I mean, honestly, who goes to the mall because they don't even have what I want when I go there? Like, I honestly am like an Amazon fanatic, and now I even get my groceries delivered. So seriously. And retailers know this. They know this. The music industry has had to change. The retail industry is now changing. And so when you think about what we do, like, I just get so excited about it because we are the wave of the future. When you think about YouTube and YouTubers, or, Nike sponsoring somebody to wear their shoes, like when I watch my little fitness YouTubers while I do my cardio, all they do, you guys, is they drink their protein drink and they're like, look at it, I love my protein drink, it's so good, and this is why it's so good. Like, they're showing themselves using the product, and they're sponsored by somebody. So somebody pays them to show people them using the product. That is what we do. That is what we do. For them, they're like, use my coupon code to get 40% off. And with us, we're like, use our website to get 40% off. Like, what we do is what retailers are moving to do, because they know that that things are changing. So
here's a to piggyback what you're saying. Here's a funny one for you. We are actually doing a conference call tomorrow morning. I had to pick out from my teams, my different various teams at my stores, my social media influencers. And they are having, they're doing like a rally call to give them permission to do more posting online about the Estee Lauder products and things like that, and more, at their leisure, and giving them more free reign to post on social media to draw people into the brand.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is where it's all at.
That just put it in tight.
There we go. Yeah, it's true. I mean, that's like, that's even what retailers are doing now. It's just crazy to me. And then one thing that you mentioned too is not only is retail changing, but retailers are looking at doing expos. They're looking at referral programs. So tell us a little bit about what you do to coach some of your people to reach out and meet new people.
A lot of my retailers are in malls or in now they have the shopping villages. I have stores. So I encourage my counter managers to get out and, meet and mingle. A lot of them already know some of the others in the mall because they eat lunches in the malls, things like that. And they know some of the other store associates in other stores. And so I get them to start, finding out who do they know or who do they know who knows someone, referrals, right? To where they can maybe share services. So for instance, in Holland, which is close to us, right? My counter manager there knew someone who referred her to White House Black Market. And White House Black Market invited my team in to do makeovers. They were doing a private party for a local business owner who they closed the doors down from I think it was 6 to 10 o'clock at night. And she was a networker, if you can believe that. She was like in insurance sales or something. And she invited her best clients and her, like her best clients, people that she's trying to get to come work for her. And she hosted a party at White House Black Market, and we came in and did makeovers and offered a way to sell. So it was a win-win for everyone involved. So it was the insurance sales lady who, was wanting to do something special for her clients and her clients and her prospects, right? It was free to her. The customers all she did was came in and she brought wine and refreshments in, and it was just exclusive to her group. So they loved it. They loved the exclusivity. They got free makeovers from Estee Lauder, and they were able to purchase at a discount from the store, right? And it was a very exclusive, and it was a way for the store to network with new people and get new bodies through their door in their storefront. It was an ability for us to get off our site. And we gained 8 out of 11 people that came, sat down with us, and we added 8 new clients because none of them shopped with us before. And then we had that insurance lady who, was able to, grow her business through, offering something special to her clients and things like that. So that's what networking is all about, right? So I'm like, you should be doing these types of things, host a party at the counter with local realtors, with local bankers, right? Go in and pass out flyers, to these people and host a special night. We're doing an exclusive night just for you. This is something we can do. We can do the same thing. In my first company, my Spawn Skincare company, we used to go in and do relaxation lunches. And we used to go in and just offer like little relaxation, what do you call it? I don't know, just de-stressors type thing, because stress in the workplace is one of the number one factors that causes, employees to not show up at work because it creates sickness and disease. And then when we went into our health and wellness company, we took it to another level and went in and just taught people about health and wellness and why good nutrition is going to help them have longevity. Like, you can network, you can do these things and just go in and ask. Employers love free things like that, to be able to go in and teach people how to maintain their health. I mean, you can just give, create value to the people, and then you can pass out business cards. Here's another fun thing we did recently. So we do events in my stores, and in one of my Detroit stores, we had a VIP lounge, and I'm constantly telling my stores, listen, you've got to go find massage therapists. You have to find, local business owners that will come in. You don't even have to pay them to come into your store, because people who are entrepreneurs, we will do it for free because we pay big money when we go to expos just to get out to meet new groups of people, right? So recently, I was telling another store what we did at another store, and I headed that off, and it was local to me. So I said, listen, I have a girl who is a massage therapist, and I have another gal who can offer some, little fun services like painting nails and things like that. Guess what? They were my It Works girls. But one of them is a massage therapist. And we had them come in and do the VIP lounge, and the store told them, you are more than welcome to pass out your business cards. And as you know, Denise, they were able to get a party from it, and they ended up getting a really amazing loyal customer. She ordered $300 worth of products from them. They got some great before and after photos, and that is how it networked into more. And I know that they've gotten some other leads of people that they're still working on and growing the relationship and building the leads. So, I mean, it's just about getting creative and finding ways to get into new people and to invite them in. And it may not be they're going to order or buy a huge thing from you, but if you could get a greens customer and get the hook, get them in with something, right? and then build the relationship and say, oh, by the way, that's what we do at work. We bring them in with the foundation because we have the #1 selling foundation in the country. And then we start to, oh, and by the way, let me do this on you. And so we can do the same thing with this. That's what selling is.
So it sounds like, if I'm hearing you correctly, you recommend to the staff at your current position to blitz.
Yeah.
To
Yes.
To do parties.
Yes.
To ask for referrals, and even to create their own expos by partnering with other people.
Yep.
And then, find ways to do creative parties. So go into workplaces, go into gyms, you guys, what I get so excited about is that sometimes people don't have a brain cell for network marketing, but what we do is so similar to what salespeople do out in the world, whether you're insurance, whether you get a percentage of it. You're like, one of my good friends sells mortgages, and they've changed the comp plan on her like 4 times in the last 10 years. I mean, like, what she does is so similar to what I do. I just get to do it from my phone at the park, and she's glued to her desk. And I think that when we can realize that what we're doing is so normal and it's not, it's not crazy, we are going to do it with much more passion. So referrals, expos, networking, blitzing, getting your name out there, just kind of being the It Works girl in your area, and being creative with meeting people.
Yeah.
One last question.
Yes.
And this is, you started to go into it, and this is where I think that we can all just get better, because I think some of us start low and kind of assume what people can spend. We assume what they need, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And so one of the things that I've learned from you is the importance of really adding value and finding out what their need is. So tell us a little bit about how you do that.
Yes. So, now I got my crazy dogs going. Sorry. Yes, that's actually on my That's actually on my notes, because one of the things that stands in the way of successful sales is when you try to sell with your own pocketbook, right? You prejudge, something seems expensive to you, so you're sure it's expensive to everyone else. So the best way that I teach people not to do that is to ask lots of questions. So, you've got to find out in this setting, you have to find out, what are their goals? What are they interested in? Why are they interested in it? Do you have something special coming up? Get them talking, find out what's their lifestyle like, because you can customize products based on what their wants and desires and needs are. And that is how you begin. And I always start high and roll down the hill. It's easier to go, here's this mountain, right? This big thing, like the It Works system. By the way, sidebar, It Works system, I think if you've never been in another company, you might think that $140, $647 is really expensive. You guys, it offers amazing results, and it is cheap. That is so ridiculously cheap, you cannot even believe it. When I was in my former company, our package that gave the best results, that's comparable to our It Works system, was $249. And my husband and I sold it like it was going out of style, because that is what we used. And we truly believed it was what was going to get the best results for someone. Because here's the thing, if we sell something to someone and they don't get results, to me, it's a waste of their money. If it's only $30 or $25, but they don't get results, that is more of a waste of money than them spending $147. That is a system that's synergistically designed to give them results, and it's not going to be a waste. They are going to get what they're looking for, and that is our job, to make sure they get what they want and they need. So that is how I determine what they, I ask lots of questions. That's part of the engagement. It's, how are you today? What's going on with the kids? Oh my kind of finding out about them so you don't just kind of come across like, I just want to sell you something. And then, so, I would love for you to be a product tester. Do you have any health goals, right? And what does that look like? If you could be a 10 in your health and fitness, what would a 10 look like? Or even ask them first, what would you range your health and fitness? On a scale from 1 to 10, what is your scale? And how would you rate your health and wellness? And then, tell me more about that. We actually say that about skincare. We say, tell me how you feel about your skin. On a scale from 1 to 5, 5 being the highest, 1 being lowest, how do you feel about your skin? And if someone says, about a 3, we say, tell me more about that, because we all know how we feel about things. We can't project what we think they feel. We need to know what they feel. So we just get going and say, have you ever tried anything to help you lose weight? In Estee Lauder, we say, what products are you currently using? So you see how you just switch it, and that is how you do it. But I always start with this, and then I go down to the next one, and I only give 3 options because it's easier for them to make a decision based on 3. And human nature is they usually will go to the middle package. You want me to tell you what I've been doing? So one of the things I've been doing is, because I really believe in the It Works system, and I really want them to use the It Works system. But that, if I start with It Works system and that's the highest package, generally people will always go with the middle price that I quote or that I show them, because it's not too high and it's not too low. It's right in the middle. It's just human nature. It's just what we do. So I have been doing the It Works system and adding on like shake, 2 bags of shake, because I try to get it up to where the transformation package was in my old company. So it's about $250. And then I say, no, I really think you should go this route. You should do the It Works system and 2 bags of shake, do 2 shakes a day, because I truly believe they should. I really do. But then I say, but, It Works has this It Works system that is designed to synergistically work all together, and it's without the shakes. Or then I'll go to like the triple threat, right? Then it's $99. And people will go with the It Works system because it's the middle package, and I'm selling what I really want to sell because I know they're going to get results. Does that make sense? Does that help? Another little trick, another little sidebar for you.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And you're adding value to them. You're asking them what they need. You're hearing them, and then you're saying, well, I can best find a package that suits your needs.
Exactly.
Okay. What else? Anything else that you're thinking? If you get any questions, put them in the comments. Any other verbiage tips that you use? Any other things on your notes?
Well, one of the things that I teach my teams in Estee Lauder that I used to do in my first company, and the second company that I was with just automatically did that. So as I'm talking about the packages, I'm going to tell you that that the first thing, just to piggyback on that, is that don't sell from the catalog. I'm just going to be really honest. Sell in packages, sell in sets, because you'll sell more that way. You just really will. So start there. I still used to offer, but I never took I used to do at-home spa parties, right? That was my first company I was with for 7 years. And I never took more than what they would get in the kit, because they used to get quite a bit in the kit. And I always built my whole entire party around that. So in this case, you would build your party around the It Works system. You would show, obviously we show wraps, right? We want people wrapping at our parties. We would show greens. We would show fat fighters. They're in it. Oh no, ThermoFit is in the It Works system. But you're going to show basically what you want to sell, right? So if I'm going to sell triple threat, which is fat fighters, ThermoFit, and wraps, I'm going to sell the system, which is greens. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Wraps. Help me out.
The system is wraps, cleanse, ThermoFit, and greens.
Cleanse, thank you. Yes, cleanse, thank you. I knew there was something I was missing. So that I'm going to have that on hand, and then shake, because that's something I think they could add on. And I usually do, talk about ThermoFit, because that's another one too, right? But once you start getting into so many more things, because it's so easy, because we fall in love with our products, it's too much too soon, and people can't make a decision. So if you keep it really simple and just do packages, they think they only have 3 choices. Now, there are people who just say like they want to do a la carte, but I never sold out of product guides or catalogs with my first company ever. I made my own set sheets, and then I had an a la carte sheet I would only bring out if I got to talking to someone, you know, as I'm asking what they loved that night, what do they want to, you know, what did you love most? What are you thinking you want to treat yourself to? What do you want to take home tonight? It was easier to then, if they're just like, well, I, you know, they would on one-on-one be more open to tell me a little bit about maybe why they can't afford this. And then I say, you know, what did you really love? And then I'd say, you know, I can sell you like fat fighters for $25, right? So it's really then just finding out, you know, but don't bring out all the big guns right off the bat. Just keep it simple, because people will buy the systems. Additionally, stories sell. You probably have heard this before, but it's really, really true. So what you love the most is what you're going to sell. So make sure you're falling in love with our products and using as many as you can. And the only other thing I was going to talk about, Denise, is because you kind of jarred this one when you asked me to kind of share a little bit on this Zoom. We talked a little bit about what kind of goals my team have, and then what they actually make, right? Mm-hmm. And so to help you understand what we have our hands on in this industry. So my teams make an hourly wage, and it's not a lot. It depends on which area they live in, what their base pay is, but it's not a tremendous amount. You'd be surprised. You'd be really surprised. And they make 3% commission on anything they sell. So for every dollar, it's what, 30 cents? I think it's 30 cents on every dollar they sell. Their goals, one of my counter managers worked by herself the other day, and her goal was $2,900, $3,000 for the day. And what I'm honored to say, and she is going to listen to this as a replay because she's gone and cannot be on this tonight.
She signed up as a distributor on Friday.
She signed up.
Yeah.
Super excited because she's going to make so much more this way. And what I said to her is, I said, Justina, what do you do every single day to make your sales goal? Well, our sales goal here is only $400 a month. She was floored. She's like, that's it? So it really always is perspective. Like, as I know some of us feel like, you know, man, I can't get anybody to bite today, and I'm trying to hit my 400 PB so I can get on, you know, the Zooms with, you know, the guest speakers that Denise is going to have on, right? And we think 400 seems like a lot, but if you put it in perspective of what my counter managers and my beauty advisors at my stores have to do every single day, their goals are at least $1,000 a day personally that they have to hit every single day. They're held accountable for that. So it's worth it to hold ourselves accountable to our $400 a month to be able to live our dreams and to teach other people to duplicate what we do. If we can do 400 every single month, and we can do, you know, the fast start every single month, right? We can teach other people how to do what we do. That's all we do. And we duplicate ourselves, and we get paid hugely for it. We get huge dividends for doing that. So she is super excited. In fact, she signed up on Friday. We said, when do you want to do a party? She goes, well, I could probably put one together Monday. She goes, I don't know if I can get anybody here on Monday. She had 4 people. All of them signed up as loyal customers. And by the way, she got another loyal customer today.
Woohoo! Yeah, and that's the thing.
I know.
Oh, it's just it works when you work it.
She's just excited. Ignorance on Fire is like amazing. And I just try to always be like, you know, like Christ always says, be as a little child, right? That's what the Savior always tells us, be as a little child. So I try to remember that in my business. Once we get really knowledgeable, we want to tell everything we know. It's just better to just, you know, play it dumb. I don't really know much, but all I know is I got skinny with these reps. Mm-hmm. If you can master that phrase, I don't know, all I know is, and tell them a story, you will just duplicate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A couple things that you mentioned I want to point out. A confused mind says no. When we make, and I know I'm guilty of this too, and I'm excited
Me
for
too.
the new tool that's coming out this week that you may or may not supposed to know about. So you'll be at Green Carpet for something that they're going to really work to streamline your presentation, because we know that when we say too much, people goes, woo, and a confused mind says no. Another key word that I love to say a lot is most people. Most people get this. This is my most popular package. This is what I like. All of my clients are getting this. This is the one, because people want to do
Posture.
what people are doing.
Yep, posture, being confident. We teach our teams all the time. You gotta sell with confidence. Fake it if you have to, but you be confident and have posture. Yep.
And because everybody wants to be a part of the buzz, and if this is the buzz, like this is what's raging right now. This is what's going on. Like everybody's doing it. They're like, ooh, what is that? I want to do it too. So most people, and then I love the phrase, I don't know, but what I know is. Pam taught me that years ago, and I used it with what was she? She was a pharmacist. And she was like, how does it work? I don't get it. And she was like being feisty with me. And I said, I don't know. All I know is that I lost 1.5 inches in my first wrap. And she was like, oh, okay.
It's so way better than getting yourself backed into a corner trying to answer things. It's just so much better and so much easier. And honestly, guess what? It's not our job to talk people into something. It's not. It's just our job to share with them the benefits and add value to their lives. And at the end of the day, if they say no, we say next, I'm sorry. And we just say, you know what? Maybe it's not for you right now, but I don't ever think no is forever. Ever.
And another thing you mentioned is the benefits. So tell me more about how you lead with the benefits.
So I always lead with the benefits, because if you go right in, with the price, that's all they think about. They're just hooked on the price, and they don't realize people always have to know what the benefits are for them first before they feel like it's valuable to pay for it, pay the price for it. So it's just about the benefits. And so here's for an example. So our cornerstone product at Estee Lauder is our Advanced Night Repair. It is a nighttime serum, and we believe in it. Like Estee Lauder completely did a sleep study. They found, because we already know that our body does so much while we sleep. It digests food, while we're at rest. We do so many things, right? And so they did a sleep study, and they thought, with the skin being the largest organ on the body, so you can all take this because we deal with skin and it works, right? But the skin actually, there is a time at night that it wants to repair itself at night, like at a certain time at night. There is a certain time. So we always recommend that people should wash their face and put this product on at night, because it will optimize that repair process. So I'm going to just tell you, I tell people, do your wrap at night, because it's gonna, having the wrap just before you, go to bed, all that essential botanicals and everything that's on there is going to get in that skin, and it's going to work even better. And you probably notice that people who do it at night and wake up in the morning, they say they get better results, right? I mean, there might be something to that, because there is an actual sleep study out there that you get better results when you take care of your skin at night. Estee Lauder paid lots of money to do that, so I'll help you out with that. But anyway, how we teach people the value of it for them, because here's what people say. When we say we sell 10 bottles a minute, okay? Everybody buys this product. Here's what I'll tell you. Not everybody cares about what everybody else is doing. They go, what's in it for me? Why should I use it? So they like that. So we say most, right? We say everybody, so they know. Oh, so it perks their ears. But then you've got to bring it home and tell them why. You have to personalize it to them. And that's what we teach our teams. So for instance, we ask what type of environment their skin lives in. So do they live in the city? Do they live in the suburbs? Do they travel a lot? Because if they're in different climates, that affects our skin. There's what else is there? There's a few different things. We actually have a questionnaire that we ask, right? And that's a question that's on there. And we say, check all that apply. And then we also ask, how much sleep do you get at night, right? But and then we're also asking, tell me about your skin. We're asking them, are you dry, oily combination? The usual skincare questions. But when we want to come bring it home and have them purchase that advanced night repair, we say, so I want to tell you about our cornerstone product, the advanced night repair. And then, we tell them all about it, how it works. We show them a little demonstration. We get it on them because any product looks like any other product in its package. People have to experience things, and that's why the wrap is something they can experience, right? But what we say is, because you told me you live in the city, you travel frequently, and you love to be outdoors, you have an outdoorsy lifestyle, and you also told me you only get about 6 hours of sleep at night, this product is perfect for you. I strongly recommend this product. Does that make sense? So that's how we create the value first. We show them the benefits of the product, and then we bring it home by saying, you told me through all these questions I asked you that you're sick and tired. You've been struggled to get these last 10 pounds off. You told me that you've struggled with that little, that little baby skin that you have on your tummy. I've shown you some pictures. This wrap is going to be perfect for you. You see?
Mm-hmm. So you see with the warm energy, you're asking questions, a lot of that is just information for you so you can figure out what package you're going to recommend, which a lot of times it would be the system.
Yep.
And you're adding that value. You're linking it to them, why this is going to be helpful for them. And I can tell you, when I'm working with leads who want to be distributors, whatever they tell me, whether they're a nurse, whether they're a stay-at-home mom, whether they're a teacher, whether they're whatever, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're going to be so good at this. I know so many people. I know so many stay-at-home moms who thrive in this business. I know so many teachers who got, you're just, whatever it is, you're casting that vision and you're building that belief, and you're, whatever they tell you, I mean, honestly, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. This is exactly what you need. And you're building that.
And you're right. It's the same thing when we're selling the products, when we're selling the opportunity. It doesn't matter what we're selling. We're always doing it. We sell people on the good movie that we just watched, last Thursday night. If we love something and we believe in something, we just sell it to people, not because we're selling, quote unquote, right? But we're sharing it with excitement and passion, and it resonates. So no matter whether you're selling products or you're selling the opportunity or you're selling why they need to come to this party because it's going to be a blast, right? Your wrap party. No matter what you're doing, you're just translating the same energy and passion and value to whatever you're wanting to accomplish, whether you're trying to get distributors, loyal customers, people to your party, whatever it is.
Awesome. Well, I want to hear, I'm going to end with an I declare, but in the chat section right now, I'd love for you to share an aha moment, or pick one thing, one verbiage, one liner, one aspect, something that you can practice this next week. Because the goal is certainly to learn, but then also to do. We say ignorance on fire is way more effective than education on ice. So knowledge is just one step, but we've got to actually do it. We want to practice something so it becomes so innate, so habitual, that then we can learn a new skill. So in the comments right now, I want to hear, what are you going to practice this week from this call? Saying everybody is purchasing this. Most people, absolutely. This is my top selling product, top selling packages, the 5 E's, yes. Absolutely. Keep going. What you gonna do? The 3 options. Yeah, Erica, that's good, huh? We take screenshots of the packages and not just saying the price. People always say, how much does it cost? They want to know that first, and you ignore the question.
Right.
Start talking about the benefits. Start high, 2 bags of shake. Asking them questions. Good.
Can I say something? Because what products are you currently using? I think that's really a great aha that you picked up, because one of the things that we teach our teams is that women are curators of beauty. Going into the Ultas and the Sephoras, people are using all sorts of different products, right? And if she's loving her moisturizer she's currently using, we do not try to sell her one of our moisturizers. We try to fill in the gaps. So you find out what they're currently using with health and wellness products. How's it working for you? Are you in love with it? And then you can fill in the gaps. So I just want to piggyback on that because that's a good aha. Good point.
Well, that's important to know too. You're not saying, oh, you're using that one.
Right.
Or something, you know what I
That
mean?
doesn't build relationships.
Yeah. You're saying,
No.
okay, awesome. Well, so good you have that. Do you have this?
Right.
And you're adding to it.
And nobody's using a wrap.
Exactly.
We're the only ones that can sell them that.
Exactly. Awesome. Well, thank you to everybody who blew up the chat with your aha moment or something you're going to practice this week. Please be intentional about doing it. Be intentional about asking. Put it on a sticky note on your computer when you're following up with leads or before you answer the phone, do a little dance. I don't know, be excited. Start practicing some of this stuff because it will become second nature to you.
Yeah.
So thank you, Miss Robin, for sharing some of your.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you.
Kind of a different call today, but I think it is skills that all of us want to learn, can learn, and just continue to get better at. So I'm going to end with an I declare. But before I do, I want to remind everybody that green carpet is this week, and I leave tomorrow morning. I'm super duper excited. We're going to be at corporate for the Green Street Festival and a whole nother level, like their top floor party. So I'll see people there. I'll be there Friday and Saturday. I'll be there for the Triple and Above Diamond event on Friday night, and then I'll be at Pam's party Friday or Saturday night. We've just got a lot of fun stuff going on. So if you are there and I have not met you yet, please come up and say hi. Be loud. Let's get pictures. This is really, really fun. And I'm just excited for all of the announcements that are happening because I know of a few and they're game changers and it's crazy. So that's all I can say. If you're not going, then please stay tuned on the social media pages. Be as engaged as you can so you can feel our energy from Florida, and then make sure that you come to one within, if it's within 8 hours of you, within 5 hours of you, get to a mini boot camp, get to a boot camp in your area. Heck, when corporate comes within your state region, you need to get there because if you are feeling energetic, the event needs you, and if you need a pick-me-up, you need the event, and the event is where we get to connect with like-minded individuals and really build and fill ourselves up. So this I declare is from Joel Osteen, and it's in connection with what we've been talking about all night, which is our prospect, whether they want our customer or whether they want our products or they want the opportunity, whether we're working with them on becoming healthier or starting their own business. This is a people business. And so that is what this declaration is all about. Remembering that, yes, we want to hit our goals. Yes, we want the sale. Yes, but we want to get to know people, engage people, help them to become better every single step of the way. And when our focus is on adding value, adding value, everything else will come. I can tell you from experience, when your focus is on making other people better and adding value into the world, then the how will figure itself out. And you will have loyal customers and distributors flocking into your team. So this is my declaration for you. I declare I am a people builder. I will look for opportunities to encourage others and bring out the best in them and help them accomplish their dreams. I will speak words of faith and victory, affirming them, approving them, letting them know they are valued. I will call out their seeds of greatness, helping them to rise higher and become all that God created them to be. This is my declaration, and this is my declaration to you. So have an amazing night, you guys. I'll be here same time, same place next week. Bye.